Welcome or welcome back. Today I'm going to be taking you through a routine that is going to improve your hair growth and length retention, and also how I make my DIY hair growth product. Now let's dive deeper into it. I'm starting off with my hair in an old protective hairstyle, and I'm going to be taking you through on how to properly take down a protective hairstyle. Just like that, I just did this African threading and it was so much easier to take down. So if I did maybe a more tighter hairstyle, I will normally take it down a day before my wash day, just so that I give my scalp enough time to rest. Now I'm going to be preparing my prepoo treatment. Just like that, I'm going to be using aloe vera gel, and this is what I'm going to be using to prepare my aloe treatment. And just like that, you see all those things that are dripping down? That is why you also need to soak this in water before you actually make your aloe vera gel, just so that it's not itchy on your scalp when you start using it. So just like that, I'm just going to rinse out after maybe like an hour or so, and then I'm just going to extract the white thingy from the aloe. And just like that, this is what I'm going to crush afterwards, and this is what's going to give me the gel that I'm going to use to prepoo my hair. And honestly, for this process you don't even need a blender. With just your hands, just a tiny bit of water just to make it easy for your hand to move around those things. Just like that, I'm just going to use a cloth, and then when I strain it, it's giving me the best detangling gel ever. So if you don't have access to this, you can also use flexi gel. Just make sure that you're going to detangle your hair with a water-based product, just like that. Now before I start detangling or anything else, I'm going to start by hydrating my hair. This is going to make sure that when I now go with the comb, it's going to be more pain-free, and also at the same time it's going to help reduce breakage as much as possible. And just like that, you can see that my hair is actually starting to get that natural state. It's starting to shrink a little bit. That is to show you that my hair is healthy, and also to show you how much 4C hair loves water. So every time you're working with 4C hair, make sure that you hydrate. Very much important. So just like that, I'm going to go even smaller with the sections, and this is just so that I can be able to manage the knots while detangling my hair. It's like I'm detangling my hair, but also at the same time I'm trying to manage the breakage as much as possible. So now I'm just going to apply the gel into my hair before I start detangling, and then I'm going to detangle with a wide tooth comb all the way from the tips to the roots of my hair. Just like that, I'm going to be repeating this on each and every section. Now the reason why I use something with slip on my hair every time I want to detangle is just so that I'm able to retain as much length as possible, because water alone does help with detangling your hair, but your hair breaks a lot more when you're using water alone compared to when you're using something with slip to actually detangle your hair. So this makes your hair a lot more smoother, so that when now you're detangling your hair, the comb runs in your hair very smoothly, and also at the same time while detangling your hair very well. And the reason why I always recommend aloe vera gel or flexi gel so much, it's because they're water based and they're so much easier to wash out when now you're going to shampoo your hair. So I always advise that do not use anything that has oils or butters in it every time you're detangling your hair, because when you're shampooing, it's a high chance that you're not going to wash it properly, and there's going to be a crazy build up. So that is something that you don't want. When it comes to shampooing, you need to focus only on removing the dirt and not the excess oil that you actually put in your hair. Also, when it comes to detangling, I'll only detangle my hair once a week, and that will only be on wash day, because this is a time where I'm actually able to do it in sections, and I'm also doing it with so much patience and gentleness. And the main reason why when I detangle my hair, I start from the tips to the roots instead of just detangling all the way out, is just so that my hair does not knot and the comb can actually go in smoother into my hair. And just like that, after working with each and every section, I'm going to be putting it into a twist like this, just so that my hair does not shrink back. Just like that, when I'm putting my hair into this twist, it's going to be able to help the whole process to be a lot more easier and a lot more manageable just throughout my wash day routine. So if you know that you don't have enough strength or energy, just like that, by putting your hair into twists like this, you can actually go your entire wash day routine with your hair just in twists like this, and you can actually only take them down when you're done. Just make sure that you never wash your hair when it's under protective hairstyle or in braids, because that is going to trap the dirt. But if you detangle your hair very well like this and put it into thick twists, it makes it easier for the shampoo to actually run through your hair and cleanse your hair and your scalp. So this is fine, and it actually helps to keep your hair in a good detangled state, and you don't have to be detangling your hair crazy amount of times while you're also washing your hair. So just like this, you're only detangling your hair once, and just like that until the rest of your wash day, your hair is still in a good manageable state. And also, if you're a beginner in hair care and you're still trying to figure out things, how to care for your hair and all of that, stop complicating things. Stop thinking about the trimming and all of that. The only way you need to be doing things like trimming your hair is if your hair is very much damaged by heat, or if you're trying to transition your hair from relaxed to afro. But if your hair is fine, there's no need to be trimming your hair. My hair has been growing so fine since I started this afro journey, and I've been doing it the most basic way possible. Just always keep in mind that when it comes to hair growth, it's all about the work that you put in your hair. When it comes to the best products that you use, they contribute maybe like 20 to 25% into your hair growth. Most of it is how gentle you are with your hair and how you best take care of your hair. So it's very much important that you're very gentle and patient with 4C hair. That way, when the health of your hair improves, you're also going to see the good results in your hair growth. Now, after all that detangling, this is the amount of hair that came out, and this is just like this. This is the amount of hair that came out. So when you're detangling your hair, follow the steps, and your breakage will also reduce to this level. Now, let me take you through on how I make my DIY hair shampoo. This is African black soap, and I'm going to be using it to make my African black soap shampoo. Just like that, this is what I'm going to be dissolving. I'm going to be dissolving 100 grams of African black soap into 200 ml of hot water, and maybe for like a day. And just like that, I've made the absolute best shampoo you could ever use in your afro hair. Now, as we go into shampooing, the first thing you need to do is to wet your hair very well before you start applying the shampoo. And the reason why I wet my hair before applying the shampoo is just so that it lathers very well when I start applying it like this. And just like that, as a lather, the first thing that I'm going to do is to get a scalp massager, and the first thing I'm just going to focus on my scalp, scrub all the dirt, all the excess buildup, just like that. Make sure that I get all the dirt out, and then now I'm just going to go on the sections, and then I'm just going to wash all the excess gel that I used to detangle out. That is the first purpose of this first shampooing, because I shampoo my hair twice, and then now I'm just going to rinse it out of my hair, and then now I'm just going to shampoo my hair for the second time. And for the second shampooing, I normally like to take the twist out. I feel like it helps me to shampoo my hair very well all at once, just making sure that I get all the excess dirt out. But if you don't have enough energy for this, make sure that also when you're doing your second shampooing, your hair is still in twist. And just like that, I'm going to wet my hair again just before I apply the shampoo, and then I'm just going to apply the shampoo to my hair. And just like that, it's going to lather so much, because my hair is now clean. And when my hair is lathering so much, this is to show you that my hair is now clean, and this is just me removing the excess dirt that is remaining. And shampooing my hair twice has definitely been a game changer for me, because I've been seeing a good improvement in my hair health. And just like that, I'm just going to be rinsing my hair out after the second shampooing, making sure that I no longer feel the foam in my hair. And just like that, I'm going to get my hair out of the water, and then I'm going to rinse my hair with a shirt, because it's a lot more gentle compared to a towel. Also considering the fact that a shirt is definitely not going to rip your hair. So this any kind of shirt, just like that. Now, moving on to deep conditioning, I'm going to be taking you through on how I make my deep conditioning mask. Now, in deep conditioner, I'm just going to add moringa powder into the deep conditioner, just like that. Mix them together, and this is going to help me so much in my hair strengthening and also improving my hair elasticity. So if you want to use any kind of herb into your hair, the best way to use it is with a deep conditioner, because it's so much easier to wash it out. So when you're using it into butters and things like that, let it be that it's just to moisturize your hair and not something that you want to wash out. Now, I'm just going to apply this treatment into my hair while my hair is still very much damp. So if your hair by this time has dried out, make sure that you're going to spray your hair with enough water, just so that when you're applying this, you're doing it onto damp or wet hair. Just like that, I'm just going to be working with sections like this. And when it comes to deep conditioning, I always go thicker with the blocks compared to when I was detangling, because during this process, I'm not going to be going with the comb or detangling my hair. It's just about applying and making sure that the deep conditioner get to every part of my hair. Because if I apply this treatment to my hair all at once, you're going to find that only the sides and the top of my hair is deep conditioned. And when we get to the deeper part of my hair, it's not properly conditioned. So this is to ensure that while we're doing this treatment, it actually gets to every part of my hair. And just like that, if you do it like this as well, you're going to see good improvement in your hair health, and you're not going to be complaining about the other part of your hair not growing well and the other part of your hair growing very well. This way is to ensure that you're taking care of all of your hair and all of the sections of your hair. And when now you're working with a deep conditioner, the most important thing about it is that do not leave it in your hair longer than an hour. On a normal, just keep it in for about 20 to 30 minutes and then rinse it out just like that. Because if you leave it in your hair longer than an hour more than often, it's going to over soften your hair. And when your hair is way too soft, it's going to be breaking so much easier now when you're dealing with it. So it's very much important that you know how to best use a deep conditioner into your hair, because at the end of the day, this is not a step that you want to skip, because deep conditioner is what is going to help you so much when it comes to improving your hair elasticity, your hair being bouncy and all of that. That is where the deep conditioner comes in. So just like that, I'm just going to put it into a bun, the section that I've worked on, and then I'm just going to let it sit for about 20 to 30 minutes. And just like that, I'm going to now rinse it out of my hair. And already after a few minutes, while touching my hair, I can already feel that my hair is getting a lot more smooth. That is to tell you that the deep conditioner had already started working in my hair, and it had already done its job. And the main thing that it does is to help introduce moisture into my hair. So when you're now going to moisturize your hair after all the conditioning, you can see how good your hair actually absorbs the moisture. So if it's just after shampooing alone, you can actually tell the difference. So deep conditioner, it's a very much need, just like that. Now after all the deep conditioning, while my hair is still damp, just like that, I'm going to put my hair into sections, and then now I'm going to go into moisturizing. This is the last step of my washing routine, and just like that, I always moisturize my hair immediately just after rinsing out the shampoo. I don't wait for the next day, because on this day, I feel like the pores of my hair are still very much open, and it makes it so much easier for my hair to actually accept the moisture in my hair very well and nice like this. And now to moisturize my hair, I'm going to go with the hair butter on my hair like this while smoothing it out. Just like that, I'm going to follow with the oil, and then now I'm just going to lock in the moisture. And just like I've said before, when now we're diving deeper into hair growth, we're uncomplicating things as much as possible. We're just going through the basic route. When it comes to porosity testing, for example, there is a moisturizing method for the low porosity, there's a moisturizing method for high porosity. And the reason why that does not work for many people is that not everyone has the same porosity throughout. I've done a couple of porosity testing and I've got 3 different results: low porosity, medium, and high. It was not the same, and this has been said by a lot of people. So I do believe that when you have 4C hair, just follow the basic routine of that. Now you're just going to moisturize with the butter, now you're going to moisturize your hair, and then now when you're going with the oil, you're going to lock in the moisture. That way you're not going to complicate things, and while you think you've done the best testing and you think your hair is high porosity, while you do the high porosity method and you find that it's low and now your hair growth is complicated, things like that. So you don't want to find yourself in that situation. So just go the basic route, wash your hair, just wash, condition, moisturize. Just do the basic route as much as possible. Do not do anything complicated, because these testings, they are not accurate. So don't complicate things. Don't add a lot of things into your hair routines. And also, if you're a beginner in hair care and still trying to figure figure it out. It's not the best time for you to be experimenting with your hair. Stay away from anything that has to do with heat until the health of your hair is very good to be taking that. So when you're still trying to grow your hair and you're still trying to restore this and that, just stay away from anything that has to do with heat. Stay away from using hair dyes or anything that has a lot of chemicals. Just make sure that you take care of your hair as much as possible and you're gentle with it. When you're gentle with your hair and you're patient with it, it's going to thank you so much in good growth, in good health and all of that. And while your hair is improving so much in its hair health, that is where you're now going to see the growth. When you want to grow your hair, focus on improving your hair health. When you focus on improving the hair health and also retaining length, that way is the way that you're going to be able to see good growth. Because if you're now using a lot of herbs into your hair, using a lot of products, you're using this and that, you're not going to see any difference because you're looking at the length, you're not focusing on the health of your hair. Now, how is hair that is not healthy supposed to grow? Just like that, I tell you, focus on the health of your hair. And just by blinking, before you know it, you're going to be amazed by the length you actually have. When I started my hair growth journey, it took me for like a whole year to actually start seeing the results. And when the results kicked in, I was amazed by how fast my hair is growing. And what was happening on that first year was that the health of my hair was slowly getting better. My hair was getting healthier. And when now my hair is a lot more healthier, the growth does not stop. Your hair gets a lot more healthier then and then. Because when it comes to Afro tries, this is my third try with Afro. The first try ended with relaxing because I had no idea to take care of my hair and I was constantly told that it's hard and I cannot do it. So I believed it. So the second time I didn't know how to actually do it and I really wanted to have Afro hair. So this time around I was like, let me try to figure this out. And just like that, I've never been more in love with natural hair because at the end of the day, I'm able to understand that Afro hair is so much easier and actually lesser to maintain compared to relaxed or any other kind of hair. This is by far the easiest hair type to actually take care of. Knowing how to best do it, it's how you enjoy actually taking care of your hair and loving your hair overall. So if you think that Afro is going to be hard, it's definitely going to be hard for you. But if you actually want to put in the work and try to figure out how to actually do this thing, how to actually take care of this Afro hair, you're actually going to understand it and figure it out, and it's now going to be a lot more easier for you. Just like this now, when I'm moisturizing my hair like this, instead of just moisturizing my hair all at once, I'm doing it into sections just to make sure that the moisture gets to every part of my hair. Now, if I moisturize my hair all at once and then I'm not going to do it in sections, you're going to find that the middle part of my hair, it's not properly moisturized. The moisture did not even get there at all. Now, that part is going to dry without receiving moisture for as long as you can ever think of. Now, when you're going to detangle your hair, even when you're now going to be hydrating or your hair is going to be damp, it's most likely going to be painful because it does not have enough moisture. And also at the same time, the amount of breakage that is going to be happening at that section that you're less moisturized, it's just going to be a crazy amount of breakage. Now, back to the products that I use to moisturize my hair. The unrefined shea butter that I use is actually a DIY hair butter where I just mix the unrefined shea butter with castor oil, a bit of olive oil just so that it's more smoother, and I add shea powder in it. And also in my DIY growth oil, it's just castor oil, olive oil and shea powder in it. And what shea powder does is that it helps so much to improve the strength of my hair, so when my hair grows, it's a lot more stronger, that it does not break that easily. So that is where it comes in. So if you're using a whole lot of product to try to stimulate hair growth, it's not gonna work that way. So you're going to try to help keep the hair that is already out. You're going to protect that, and that way the lesser the hair sheds, the more length you're actually going to be able to retain. And just like that, do not forget to moisturize your scalp. It's very much important. You don't want it to be getting ashy, and you don't want to have dandruff settling there. So always moisturize your scalp. As much as you take care of your hair, your scalp deserves that much care as well. So just like that, after moisturizing my scalp, I'm just going to massage it nicely just so that it doesn't drip down. And just like that, I'm done moisturizing my hair. My hair is healthy and happy, and actually putting it into twists like this is just so that this is a kind of protective ester until I figure out what kind of protective vest I want to do for the week. So putting my hair like this, it's so much better than just leaving my hair out to be matted after all the detangling and good washing routine. So do let me know under the comments section what you struggle with the most in hair care.